What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction. Back at it with another reaction. We got another Gavin Magnus. I know several people suggested Lonely, so that's what we're gonna react to. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. We're now on the road to 5K. Well, let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Can't find a new girl. You were my whole world, but now I'm single. I'm not.
You know, it's interesting because I was going on his YouTube page and I was looking, I was just like, oh, this is interesting because I don't know what he started first, like whether he was like a YouTube creator, then did music, or music and then YouTube creator, just like simultaneously did both. But like when I go through his channel, it reminds me of just like a YouTube channel as far as like the thumbnails and everything that he has on it. But then he has his music, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I saw some stuff in regards to prom and everything like that. So with that being said, I now have my lens as far as calibrated to kind of like where the age range is, that this is kind of like, I mean, it could be for everybody, but a lot of the things that I saw was probably like teenager, early, 20 type of, thing. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but to me, it made sense what I would when I was looking at the video, kind of subject matter and way of interacting with the opposite sex. It's just like, okay, it makes a lot of sense, and it was still dope. Like I said, it gave me like old Green Day, early 2000, particular type of style with this. So let's check out Lowly. They told me to check out Lowly, so let's check it out.
Not better off alone. Hit a new low. Love isn't simple. It's too painful. I can't make it on my own. Find another way that I can say I'm sorry, but you blocked my number. It's the same old story. No, you're not around. No, you're not around. But I still wonder if you're okay. Since the day you left me, I've been running all lonely. Yeah, my heart's on empty. I've been running all lonely. And the way you.
What I would say though, even if you feel that, my guy, just for the young fellas out there who are dealing with the opposite sex on your journey of developing yourself as a man. Look, if you end up like letting it go, let it go and be done with it. It's not to say like you don't have any feelings or anything like that, but don't don't let them know that it's not worth it, and it may not even be for the fact that she may or may not want to go back. But when I was younger, it used to be, you used to think that that was love, like you break up, you get back together, you're fighting and all this other stuff, and it's not. It is not. All right, it's not. It 100% is not. So when I'm listening to the lyrics of this, if I was like talking to, not to say that, hey, you can't like turn it into a dope song that, people will be able to relate to or anything like that. But there's but so much. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there needs to be, I wouldn't say more of this vulnerability. I do think like in music, whether that be R&B, pop, rock, rap, anything like that, I do think that there is a dimension of love that is kind of like absent. You don't hear the same R&B songs like before, the same, things like that. I would say ultimately what is it done positively as far as for either, gender, but especially for guys. It's just, I feel like there's a lot that isn't said when it comes to the mental health of men. And I've been almost, the same way. And if you aren't sure how to interact or deal with those feelings, it could be bad. You like if you look up like the deletion rates as far as of young men, and a lot of it or them doing something crazy in the name of an ex-girlfriend or someone they want to be with, they're not shown as far as to how to properly and healthily be able to express or to be able to check their own emotions. That's pretty much why I say like the age range, because it's just all like once you start interacting more and more and more, you start to understand like, oh, this is something that I'm actively going after and choosing, because depending on who you are, you're going to attract all different types of people. So the like attract like type of thing, I partially believe it, but there's other sides to it, and it's who you give your time and attention to. And a lot of times, us as men, we can be blinded by her beauty, and all the actual red flags of an actual partner is just out the window. And us ourselves understanding like what we actually want. Is this just a dating thing? Do we want something more? And how you navigate that is how you got to communicate. And it can evolve, it can, different things like that. But hey,
Broke down, it's still stuck on replay. Since the day you left me, I've been running on lonely. Teaching me a lesson, you close the door. Sending me a message I can't ignore. Battle after battle, I wound up on the floor. Wanna run away, I can't take no more. Find another way that I can say I'm sorry, but you blocked my number, it's the same old story. No, you're not around, no, you're not around, but I still wonder if you're okay. Since the day you left me.
and it's like I feel the words. It's like, because unfortunately, what I will say is sometimes a lot of these little things, they don't disappear as you get older. That was my biggest mistake, was thinking that, oh, like when I'm dealing with women that are my age or women that are older, like all that's gonna go away. And it's definitely not the case. Not in 2023. Some of these older women will confuse you and make you think that they are the younger ones as far as like how they emotionally act with things. Anybody who's like putting you on the block list or playing these particular games, and it's messing with you to the point of, like he was saying, like just being on the ground, different things like that. Ultimately, you shouldn't be fighting for those people. Like ultimately, just the person who cares about you isn't going to put you in this circumstance. This goes both ways. Sometimes this dude will do stuff and we're like begging and da 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 da, like, but it's just like ultimately, like if you know how you are and it's probably best that you let her go so she doesn't quit hurting, you want to go ahead and do that. Vice versa, a lot of times some women don't believe men have emotions, and I don't blame them with the way the media is, portrayed things, but we do, so if you're doing things like, I think that's why the episode of Black Mirror, I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's an episode of Black Mirror, and they had this thing where you could like block a person in real life. Like they can be near you, but they'll be like glitched out and everything like that. They can't interact with you. And there was a story within the Black Mirror where that was done. And I'm just like, yo, that is crazy. Like I would like a lot of that stuff seemed real. So it's just all like, man, that is insane. But no, we'll listen to the rest. But this is dope.
Yeah, my heart's on empty. I've been running on lonely, and the way you broke down,
What?
still stuck on replay. Since the day you left me, I've been running on lonely. I'm running on lonely. I'm running on lonely. I'm running on lonely.
All right. All right, that was lonely. I definitely dig it. I could definitely see why, he's definitely as popular as he is. It definitely has like the real catchy tunes and everything like that. The lyrics that are, simple isn't the right word. It's just, it is relatable in the general sense. It is something that generally most people, can relate to or have some sort of where they can go back. That's why, like, everything he was saying, I could like go back in situations where I've maybe felt similar, or things happened to me that were similar. So hey, it's still dope. And thanks for the suggestions. Definitely any more, leave them in the comments. It's Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. The road to 5K now. Peace.
Yo, the black sheep of the black sheeps. Yo, it gets grim when the pen reaps. Silence when the honor one speaks. Gotta work while everyone sleeps. Can't sleep on the work that I do to beats. Being ready for the return to fall. Maybe I should be asleep, but these full moon vibes got me in the deep. Emotional roller coaster strapped in my seat, ready for a trip to find what I seek. Passing